Okay, so as you can see, I've done something a little bit different with my camera today. I decided to mount it on the helmet. My video yesterday, there was so much wobble coming in. I had it mounted up here on the handlebar, and that just there were parts of the clip that just, you know, they were all wobbly and it just didn't look good. So put it on the helmet today. This way you can see kind of what I'm looking at as well. So that's kind of cool. Here's the bike. She's warming up a bit. She's probably ready to go actually. So let me know what you guys think of the new view. Let's get the clutch off early today. Or the choke. Alright. So I'll probably go to the same route that we did the other day. I will not record the whole thing, or at least I'll record it, but I'll only show you the good stuff. So make sure it's still. Yep. Alright. So, what happened yesterday? God. I can't believe I just did that. See, that's what happens when you don't put in your clutch. Try to shift to first. That's an instant stall. Not very good for your, well, for your bike or engine, you name it. Here's that shower I was telling you about. It's a mess. Alright. What was I gonna say before I stupidly stalled my bike? Honestly, don't remember. Oh yeah, shorter ride today. I don't want to be too busy with things. I was supposed to have a phone call from that interview today, but that hasn't happened. I'm guessing I didn't get it. Or they're still talking about it. Dang, that squirrel almost ran out in front of me. Yeah, I was hoping they'd call this morning. They didn't. Dude, what are you doing? You turning? Not turning. Well, I'm gonna wait on you, because I don't know where you're going. Okay. Okay. Ugh. That was embarrassing. I wasn't quite settled on the bike. So it sounds like the audio from yesterday was actually really good. Like no wind noise at all. I realized later that that was just the normal noise canceling part. So this time I've got it set up in the ultra high definition audio mode. So it should sound a lot better. We'll see. And yeah, it's cold again today, but I decided to be a little bit smarter, and instead of just a long sleeve t-shirt, I'm wearing a thicker long sleeve shirt plus t-shirt under that. Just a lot better. Although my hands are still a little bit cold. These are mesh gloves as well, so they got leather in the palms, which is real nice. However, the back side of them is all mesh. I don't know what is up with this helmet, but I don't know if you guys can see it. Probably not, the angle you're at. The mask on this helmet is fogging up. It's gone now. I don't know, it's weird. I guess the wind doesn't hit it just right. It doesn't want to clear itself out. I got a whole bunch of gear. What is that? Looks like a pillowcase. Not sure what that was. I got a whole bunch of gear from the Wounded Warrior program. For those of you that don't know, I am actually in the Wounded Warrior program past military, whatever. We're not going to get into it. But, they gave me free gear, and they sent me to the Harley Davidson motorcycle safety course, which, by the way, if you're thinking about spending the money to do a motorcycle safety course, you can do it through the state. It's just search Google MSF, and I think it's like $50. I don't know, but they have it down in Hopkinsville. I think they have one in Paducah. They're kind of all over the place, but that's through the state, and it's not quite as good. Now, I did mine through Appleton Harley Davidson down in Clarksville, actually, and they were great. I mean, I came out of there, I went in with no experience, no motorcycle experience at all, and I mean, I could barely understood how to change gears, and by the time I got out of there, I felt pretty comfortable. I hadn't rode on the road. They don't do that. It's on a closed course, so you'll have to get used to the traffic and just being on the road in general. But it's a great course. I highly recommend it. So I just realized that I was actually talking about the gear that I got. What they gave me were, let's see, they gave me a helmet, a pair of boots, a pair of gloves, and some sunglasses. Now, I wear glasses, so the sunglasses are just being put up until maybe I get LASIK or something like that. I spent my money and bought the jacket that I'm wearing right now and the pants. The jacket has, just got hit in the face by a rock. Dang. The jacket has armor built into it, elbow, back, and shoulder. And that's not going to protect me from a slide, but it'll protect me from, rocking my elbow on the street, getting hit by a car. It's going to help in that sort of situation, yeah. Now, the pants that I bought, I picked these out specifically because they're a pair of jeans. They've got Kevlar in them all the way from the waistband down to just below my knees. Now, what that's going to do is if I take a tumble and I slide, the Kevlar is going to help me from getting all ate up, which is awesome. And then on top of that, they included knee pads. Now, I spent a little bit more money and I bought a pair of hip pads as well, so that if I go down, at least I know my hips are going to be protected a bit better as well. And they weren't too expensive, not bad. So that's my gear, and I ride with that all the time. And I highly, highly recommend that if you get a motorcycle or you ride, wear your gear. I mean, it's not going to be up to you generally. I think it was 74% of all motorcycle crashes, this bird, there you go. 74% of all motorcycle crashes involve a second vehicle. So now, that doesn't mean you're not riding out in front of them and you're not riding into the back of them. It just means there was another vehicle involved. So take that for what you will. It's a gorgeous day, even though it's so cold. I was saying earlier, I was supposed to get a phone call from that interview that I had, and, they said possibly last night or this morning. Found out there were 150 people that applied for the job and only 8 people got an interview. So I'm pretty ecstatic that I was one of the 8. Hope I get it, pays good. I'll need a job once I'm done with school because the VA won't be paying for my housing anymore. So I got to get some sort of an income to help supplement the money that I already have coming in. Still windy today. It's going to be fun when I'm out there on that other road. I know y'all have trouble seeing this gravel. Oh. But there's gravel down there, right there at that turn, and it's just enough, and it's that nice little ball-sized stuff that gets under your tires and you end up sliding a bit more than you originally thought, and that's no fun. Now I can deal with taking it slow and getting through it. Problem is that right there with that on-ramp, people are speeding up because they're wanting to get on the interstate, which is right there. Just realized I'm in the higher gear than I thought. That's okay. There we go. Anyways, they're trying to get on the interstate and they're wanting to floor it, and they get right up on your butt. And they like to really ride you. So, I always got to be careful about that. And my hand is going numb. I need to get one of those palm saver things. Supposedly they help you deal with this stuff. The throttle, because you can use the back of your hand, well, the bottom part of your palm, you know, the bottom part of your hand, to adjust the throttle, and it's a little easier on your fingers and your grip. I don't have much of a grip apparently, because I get tired easy. God, man, I don't know if y'all are seeing this, bugs, but I just got nailed in the face again. I think that rock earlier was a bug. Man, freaking beetles are coming out of nowhere and just pinging me. That's one thing you don't get used to. You don't think it would be that big a deal, especially with, you know, a face shield, but you actually feel it, you know? You feel it ping off your head and hit you in the neck or something. It hurts. I got hit the other day in the neck. I'm still not sure if that was a rock or a bug or what, but it hit me right square in the neck, and it just stung for a couple minutes. Let's go. It's pretty cool that this is actually the National Veterans Highway. I never noticed that sign. It's funny, when you ride a motorcycle, you know, you're just so much more open. There's not much between you and the road and the street signs, so you see things that you wouldn't normally see, which I think is awesome. Okay, pet peeve time. I don't know if you guys noticed the lady in the vehicle that was behind, I think it was a truck back there, is a red SUV. She was on her cell phone. Not hands-free, just holding it up to her head, talking away. Now, I'm not actually 100% sure about the laws here in Kentucky, but either way, don't talk on your cell phone while you're driving. Don't text. The quickest way for you to get into an accident, for you to hurt somebody else, is to just not be paying attention to the road. And that's what's going on with that lady right there. She was not paying attention. I looked at her, and she was looking down, and she was on that truck's butt. So, it makes me irritated, man. I'm not going to be one of those guys that's going to call you out on the road, but, well, I mean, if you almost hit me, or you almost caused me to get into an accident, you better believe that I'm going to call you out on it. But if you're just doing it, I'll leave you alone. I think you're stupid, but I'll leave you alone. It's official. It is just as cold today as it was yesterday. I think it's actually a little bit colder. My hand is numb. My chest is freezing, even though I got like 3 layers on right now. My arms are freezing. At least I can still feel my butt. I can feel the wind blowing me up out of my seat. I'm thinking about buying a windshield for this, and yeah, I'm thinking about getting a windshield, but I'm not sure what size to get. I'm kind of a tall guy, and I want to make sure that it's high enough that it blocks most of the wind. However, I don't want it so high that I can't see over it. When it rains or windshields get wet, you know, they can be hard to see through, so we don't have windshield wipers on a bike. Oh, all right, I feel you, buddy. I'm slowing down. Jeez. That's one thing that is going to take me a long time to get used to. When you're going at a decent speed, the wind will just about pick you up off your bike. My dad was joking about how he's heard about guys getting blown off their bikes. Excuse me. And I kind of was like, yeah, right. You just hold on, you'll deal with it. No, I can definitely believe it. I've never been blown off my bike, but definitely back there a second ago, that gust coming straight at me and I was going straight into it. I definitely felt it, lifting me a little bit. Now, I think it would take a pretty big storm to knock me off my bike, to knock somebody else off their bike, but I have to say that the roads in Caldwell County are terrible. I don't know if you can see some of the cracks and some of the dips that I'm dealing with, but there are definitely some big ones. I hate these cracks that ride down where like a car tire would be, and I understand it's wear and tear and it's going to be there, but you can feel the bike grip on that crack and it just gives you a wobble, and it's kind of creepy, to be honest with you. And they do a horrible job of pairing, a patch to a whatever. That road right there, I won't go down it because there's a patch on the side of the road that is right about where I would put, my bike. And I don't want to end up catching a tire on that because it's just big enough. I mean, it's probably a good, about like that. And that's just enough that if you don't catch it at the right angle, you're going to eat it. I'm glad to see these guys are not pulling out in front of me today. I'm always paranoid. Said that in the last video. Always paranoid. Should have stopped. Yep, should have stopped. Now, I know I mentioned I hated this train tracks up here, the railroad tracks. There's a reason for that. This one has a metal plate that is built into the road, I guess. And it likes to eat bike tires. So I try to take it slow, but it just has this grip. It grabs hold of your tires, and your tires end up going all funny directions that you are not expecting. And I think part of it is because the metal is kind of slick too. So the other day when I went through it, it was slick from the rain, and I slid my back tire out going around that corner. Not real bad, but enough to get my heart beating, Not a single biker out today. I'm a little sad about that. Really, dude? You got a stop sign there, buddy. Almost dropping bike. I'm going a little too fast. Gotta slow down. There's always that cop that likes to sit right here on the corner of the health department. Surprised he's not there today. Oh, I hope this doesn't have rocks and shit in it. Okay, we're good. It's a stop sign, you jerk. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the ride. Once again, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Hope you guys have a good one. See ya.